I am proud to be here to endorse Donald Trump for President of the United States. I'm doing this for a number of reasons. First is that Donald and I, along with Melania and Mary Pat, have been friends for over a decade. He has been a good and loyal friend to our family, as we have been to he and his family. And over the years, we've had a lot of wonderful times together, done a lot of good together for not only the people of the state of New Jersey, but for many charities that we've worked with and on together. And I absolutely appreciate him as a person and as a friend. Secondly, I've been on that stage. I've gotten to know all the people on that stage. And there is no one who is better prepared to provide America with the strong leadership that it needs, both at home and around the world, than Donald Trump. He is, looking at the 5 people on that stage last night, the clear standout, and the person who will do exactly what needs to be done to make America a leader around the world again. He'll provide strong, unequivocal leadership. He will do what needs to be done to protect the American people, first and foremost, both in the homeland and in creating jobs for this country. And he will make sure that people around the world know that America keeps its word again. Donald Trump is someone who, when he makes a promise, he keeps it. I've experienced that over my long friendship with him. And what the American people and our allies around the world are going to understand is that Donald Trump is someone who keeps his word, and that means America will keep its word again. Third, there is no doubt in my mind, and I've been saying this right from the time I entered the campaign, that the single most important thing for the Republican Party is to nominate the person who gives us the best chance to beat Hillary Clinton. I can guarantee you that the one person that Hillary and Bill Clinton do not want to see on that stage come next September is Donald Trump. They know how to run the standard political playbook against junior senators and run them around the block. They do not know the playbook with Donald Trump because he is rewriting the playbook. He is rewriting the playbook of American politics because he's providing strong leadership that's not dependent upon the status quo. And so the best person to beat Hillary Clinton in November on that stage last night is undoubtedly Donald Trump. And so I am thrilled to be here this morning to lend my support. I will lend my support between now and November in every way that I can for Donald to help to make this campaign an even better campaign than it's already been, and then to help him do whatever he needs to do to help to make the country everything that we want it to be for our children and grandchildren. He's a good friend. He is a strong and resolute leader. And he is someone who is going to lead the Republican Party to victory in November over Hillary Clinton, which is the single most important thing we can do. So I thank him for his friendship. I thank him for all the kindnesses that we've shared with each other over the years. But more importantly than that, I thank him for leaving the private sector, for seeing that there was a need for strong leadership in this country, and for being willing to step out of the private sector and come and offer himself for public service and for leadership in this country at a time when our party and our nation so desperately needs it. So I'm happy to be on the Trump team, and I look forward to working with him. The fact is, this is the only guy on that stage, other than Governor Kasich, who has made executive decisions, who's had to make executive decisions throughout his life, who understands how to put together budgets, how to make sure that money is spent efficiently and effectively in order to create profit, and to make sure that the country, as moving forward as president, would get back on that kind of track. This guy knows how to do that better than anybody on that stage. And so this campaign has a long way to go, and there's going to be lots of conversations still to have. But the confidence I have is that he is strong enough to take on the D.C. establishment, which is what's represented by, Senator Rubio. It's the D.C. establishment against the guy who's going to come in there and fight the D.C. establishment to turn around what's been happening in this country, the failure of both parties to be able to do anything that's worthwhile. So Donald and I continue to have great conversations about the campaign going forward. I intend to be a resource in any way that I possibly can be for him, and I have absolute confidence in his ability to be able to get in there and fix the problems that plague America. This is the person who will go to Washington, D.C. and be able to absolutely turn the place around. We don't need any more Washington politicians, especially some who've only been there for one term and never really shown up for work to tell us how to run the United States government. And so I absolutely believe that Donald Trump is the best person on that stage to be president of the United States. And one last thing, by the way, there was a period of time I was running against him. And he knew when I was running against him, I wanted to beat him. And he wanted to beat me, and we had open conversations about that. But that part of this is over. And then you have to say to yourself, as a good, loyal American, who is the best person to stop Hillary Clinton from ever getting inside the White House again, this is the best person to do that. Turn away from the amateur acts from Washington, D.C., and turn to a professional, strong leader. That's who this man is.